Hey guys, it's Chris. From hotel rooms that have you in a bubble, to ones that have you out enjoying the world like a knight and more. Join me as I reveal 10 of the most unique hotel rooms in the world. Number 10. Bubble room. When you think of a hotel, more than likely you think of a decorated room that's big enough to live in, sleep in, and has very basic things like walls and a roof. However, there are a variety of places all over the world that offer what are known as bubble rooms. These are exactly what they sound like. They're actually rooms that you can live in and sleep in, but they're enclosed inside a bubble-like container, usually made of plastic or glass depending on the hotel. Places where you can go to get a bubble room like this include the 5 million star hotel in Iceland, where they not only put you in a bubble room, but they do so in the middle of nature, so you can enjoy the sights and sounds of nature as you look at it without obstruction or light pollution. For those curious, yes, bubble rooms do have ventilation, and a rather advanced system that won't just recycle the air to keep it fresh, but cycle it so the humidity in the room is never too high. So if you're in the market for a hotel room that has you one with nature, while still sleeping in a regular bed and in an enclosed space, you might want to look up these bubble rooms. Number 9. Nights Glamping. Many hotels seek to give you an experience that you've never had the pleasure of doing before, and in the case of Nights Glamping, that would be living like a knight. To be clear, you won't be suiting up or riding a horse. However, you will be living in a tent that was customary for the Middle Ages. At Nights Glamping, you'll let go of the modern things of the world and instead enjoy the more basic nature of living, including being outside, being able to do things like mazes and more. Fear not though, there are places to shower and use a proper restroom. But those are some of the few amenities you'll find from the modern age. Food will be cooked over a fire. There's a castle you can visit that was walked upon by King Henry VIII, and more that those of history will find very appealing. Plus, it won't just be your family there. The trip will feature you living next to 7 other tents, ensuring a camaraderie as you relax and enjoy the simpler life. Number 8. Des Park Hotel. Located in Austria, Des Park Hotel is without a doubt one of the more unique places you can find to stay at in regards to a hotel, mainly because you're not sleeping in an overall complex. Rather, you're staying inside a massive drain pipe. Before you think this is some kind of slum hotel, you're wrong. While it's true that Des Park Hotel has you sleeping in drain pipes, those are repurposed ones that were made to not just be safe and sanitary, but fit people of various numbers. They've even been outfitted with certain electrical fixtures that can be used at your leisure. 3 standard sewer pipes with an inner diameter of 2 meters and a length of 2.5 meters have been equipped with fittings that have been reduced to the minimum of what is required and thus adapted to a place of stay. The hotel even has a pay-as-you-wish policy, and the only thing they ask is that you use a local public restroom when you have to go. The benefit of being in such a place is that it's located in a park, and thus you're waking up to the sights and smells of nature. And now for number 7. But first, let me know what hotel you would like to visit in the comments below. And let me know if you visited any fancy hotels. And also be sure to subscribe to World List. Number 7. WOODLYN Park, home to the HOBBIT Motel. Lord of the Rings is one of the most beloved series of all time, and both the books and the movies showed off the town of Hobbiton greatly. But for fans, they wanted to create their own Hobbit experience. So in WOODLYN Park, which is on the North Island of New Zealand, where all 6 Middle-earth movies were made, they decided to recreate Hobbiton in their own way, and they made the very first Hobbit motel. Not unlike a Hobbit home, the motel is underground, and the roof is actually grass you can walk on, due to the fact that it's connected to a nearby hill. You might be looking at this and think, is this an actual working motel? And it is. In fact, the designers used polystyrene blocks to ensure the Hobbit motel would not only be cool during the summer, but warm during the winter. So this is a motel you can truly go to all year round, depending on when you're available. In fact, not unlike an actual Hobbit home, it's quite well furnished and very spacious. Rooms feature beds, kitchens, and more, and they can have up to 6 people stay in each room. It should also be noted that also in New Zealand is a recreation of Hobbiton via the movie sets. Number 6. PIONEERTOWN. Despite being very far from the time period, the Wild West is still something that intrigues people all over the world. And to that end, during its heyday in Hollywood via the 1940s, many actors came forward and decided to make not just a Wild West hotel, but a town. It's called PIONEERTOWN, and you can find it to this day in California. Hollywood actors like Roy Rogers and Gene Autry and several other ambitious investors came together to make an experience unlike any other. Theirs was a dream to create a film location that mirrored a town from the Old West, while doubling as lodging for Western movie stars. PIONEERTOWN contains a classic saloon, jail, and horse tethering spaces outside its quaint boutiques. You can treat yourself to a generous portion of spare ribs as you enjoy live music in the desert sun, and round off your experience with a night at a local motel, designed in the best Western style. To be clear, this really is a town, and as of 2019, the population was 420. Number 5. Book and bed. Have you ever fallen asleep reading a book? It was that question or notion that helped drive the creation of a hotel known as Book and Bed. But while it is a hotel of sorts, it's not the one you're likely expecting. You might be thinking that it's a place full of books to read while on a comfy bed, and thus you can fall asleep while reading a book in a safe spot. But it's not. Rather, it's a bookstore that also has a hotel room inside of the bookshelves themselves. And just so people are clear, the hotel warns that this is not the place to go if you're wanting a good night's sleep. Rather, they want you to fulfill an experience by having a book in your hands as you slowly drift off. What we do is offer an experience while reading a book or comic book, an experience shared by everyone at least once. The blissful instant of falling asleep. It's already 2 a.m., but you think maybe just a little more. With heavy, drooping eyelids, you continue reading, only to realize you've fallen asleep. Dozing off, obviously, during your treasured pastime is the finest moment of sleep, don't you agree? Number 4. Conestoga Ranch. Once upon a time, when the early Americans were trying to fulfill their manifest destiny, they traveled across the country on wagons, and even slept in them as they went from place to place. If you're curious as to how that would go, then you might want to head to Utah and enjoy the Conestoga Ranch. Because not only do they offer an outdoor camping experience via massive 4 to 6 person tents, they also offer you the chance to live in modern amenity-filled wagons. Based on authentic 19th century designs and custom-made right here in Bear Lake, our Conestoga family wagons offer a completely unique experience for adults and kids alike. Our 4 and 6 person wagons each offer a king-size bed and either 1 or 2 sets of bunks. Outside of sleeping like a frontiersman, Conestoga Ranch is set within Yellowstone National Park, one of the most beloved and respected national parks in the world. Thus, you'll be waking up to a wonderful view of nature and have plenty of room to explore, hike, fish, and more. Number 3. CONRAD HILTON, Maldives. Applauded by Time magazine as one of the world's top 100 greatest destinations in 2018, CONRAD Maldives Rangali Island is an idyllic island paradise. Lifetimes away from the outside world, this luxury resort celebrates the Maldives as it was meant to be. Pristine, peaceful, and completely unforgettable. The resort, nestled in the South Area Atoll, is close to 42 dive sites and in the perfect locale for seeking out whale. The name CONRAD HILTON is actually one of a chain of hotels all over the world, but the one located in the Maldives is considered one of the best in the world. This is because they embrace the idea of a lagoon hotel. You'll stay in a stilted hut, one that's outfitted with luxury in mind and even has a see-through floor so you can look at the water below you and see the life within it. As if that wasn't enough, the beds can also rotate, so you can follow the sunrise or the sunset as you prepare for or relax after a fun day. There are 11 high-quality restaurants that are near the hotel too. Activities include diving, swimming with whale sharks, going into a submarine, and so much more. Depending on where you want to stay, the cost of renting a place is between $900 and $1,300 a night. Number 2. Giraffe Manor in Kenya. Many vacation experiences offer the chance for you to go and enjoy the wildlife of the area. But in Nairobi, Kenya, they took this to another level with their Giraffe Manor, because this mansion is literally built next to an area where giraffes, which are native to the area, are allowed to roam free. By this token, you might be able to experience a giraffe actually coming up to your window. And if you leave it open, it might poke its head in so it can eat some of your food. The manor was actually converted into a hotel in 1983, and it's become one of the most unique hotels in all the world. And on the off chance that you aren't a fan of giraffes, there are other native wildlife all around the area, including an elephant orphanage that you can go and visit and interact with those animals. Rooms start at $660 a night. Number 1. Ice Hotel. No, not a nice hotel, an ice hotel. as in a location where everything on site is made of ice. Yeah, it's a real thing. And you can find it in the wintertime in Sweden, as well as other places like the Hôtel de Glace in Quebec, Canada. See, it's just like Frozen. Now, if you're from warmer climates and you don't like the cold, you might think, why would anyone want to go there? But guess what? This hotel is actually one of the most sought-after getaways for wintertime. The ice itself comes from the River Torn, and they use the ice to make everything that goes into the hotel, including elegant ice sculptures. And that's part of the entertainment, being able to see an exhibition of ice sculptures and the like. But it's not just a hotel that you stay at, it's an experience. A place to discover silence, northern lights, glistening snow-clad forests, reindeer, cloudberries, kettle coffee, and much more, says the hotel's website. Granted, this is not a getaway everyone will want, but if you're up for some unique fun you can't get anywhere else, then to Sweden or Quebec you must go. And Quebec's beautiful. Highly recommend. Thank you for watching. Which hotel would you like to stay at? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to World List, and I'll see you next time.